There's not much to know about ISO other than if you're outside and it's very bright, use an ISO setting of 1 to 200. If you're indoors and there's less natural light, use a higher ISO setting like 800 to 1000. But there's a thing you need to know about ISO. The higher the ISO setting, the more chance that your photos come out grainy. In the photography world, they call that noise. Here's an example of a picture with a lot of noise. The problem with these kind of pictures is that they don't look very nice. So, the thing about ISO is this. You always need to use as low as an ISO setting that you can. I want to point out two things that will help you with choosing your ISO settings. First, ISO is not the only way you can get more light into your camera. You can use aperture and shutter speed to get the same effect. If your aperture is f/22, moving it to an f4 will allow more light to hit the camera sensor. Doing so allows you to decrease your ISO setting. The side effect of doing this is that your depth of field will be diminished. As long as you're not too close to an object, you should be okay. Shutter speed also works in the same method. When you decrease your shutter speed, it allows more light into the camera. You will need to be careful here as well, as a too slow of a shutter speed will cause people that move too quickly to come out looking like this. The second thing about ISO you will need to know is that every camera is different. On my last camera, any ISO setting over 800 would make my photos come out too grainy. On my new camera, however, having an ISO setting of over 2000 works quite well. The pictures turn out great. You will need to learn what works best for your camera. I will finish off with a free tip. It's important to know what your optimal ISO setting is on your camera before taking pictures when your reputation is on the line. Well, that's the thing about ISO. Have fun and keep shooting.